Hey guys, it's Lawnmowers14, and today I figured I'm going to show you a video on how to hook up LED lights on the front of a 2008 Chevy Malibu. They're already installed. I'm just going to backtrack everything that I did, and hopefully I'll show you how to do it. You can get these lights, I'll show you, for 20 bucks at Walmart, and then you're going to spend maybe about 20 bucks on, crimps and some 16 gauge or 18 gauge wire, whichever you prefer. So let me show you what kind of LED lights I'm talking about. We're talking about these little strips. You get 2 in a pack. They come with about 3 foot of wire on them too, and they have a sticky on the back that you will peel off, and you can locate them wherever you want on the vehicle. Originally I was going to put them along the edge of the headlight assembly, but then if this particular light, they do not shine out, they shine down. So it worked better having it down, and I have it on the left side too. It's not hard to see, easy to install if you have a little electrical knowledge. I ran my wires in underneath the radiator cover, brought them up to where you would unlatch the hood. So you would unlatch the hood and they would be right in there. Let me turn my light on. There you go. Now you can see these are the 2 wires coming up. I fished them through the back here and brought them here, and I pigtailed them together with some small wire nuts. You might want to use zip ties to make your wires nice and neat. And then let me get my battery box off for you real quick. Alright, the battery box is off, and what I did was I ran a let me see if I can get my light set up here. I ran a positive wire coming off the box terminal, and then fished it down into the car. I'll show you on the inside here in a minute. And then your negative comes off, will run down, and it will pigtail to the negative on the wire of the lights themselves. And here's what they look like actually turned on. Alright, and then let me show you how I ran them in. Is where they fishtail in, they fishtail in back where the steering column comes out of the firewall. So, let me show. I have mine, I didn't want to drill any holes, so I have mine hooked up to the side of the parking brake with some zip ties. Now, I used a switch that lights up so I can tell if they're on or not, because I did not tie mine in with your headlights. And then right in the back here where your steering, where that rubber boot is where I fished the wires up. I still got to tuck them away yet, but they fished up where that rubber boot will pop off or slide up, and you can fish your wires in. I started from the inside and worked my way out. And then this is just your a little toggle switch here. It's got a ground that will ground right back there. Now you can hook it up many different ways. I just didn't want to tie in to any of my headlights. I didn't want to splice any wires. So I figured I would just run all separate wires and keep it separate. I didn't want to tie into anything. Now, one thing I didn't do when I was running the main line off the positive on the battery was put an inline fuse. You should probably do that, either 15 or 20 amp inline fuse, just in case something were to happen. You're not going to fry your lights. It does say they run off 12 volt power, but the wire on those LED lights is so small that they might heat up over time, who knows. So I figured I'd just put an inline fuse. And the inline fuse is going to get spliced in right in here. It's going to get spliced in right here. I just haven't done it yet. Other than that, you'll just need wire crimps. I used 16 gauge wire. The only thing I didn't do was buy, to save money, I didn't buy red. I just used black. Bought a roll of 30 foot 16 gauge wire. You should have red for the positive, black for the negative, but I just am cheap, so I did it that way. But other than that, that is all of it. And just, you know, you want to make it neat. I have a little extra. I ended up with some excess wire here. So it's better to have extra than not enough. But that's that. They are pretty easy to install other than that. So, it's not very hard to install. If you need any questions or something, just send me a message. If you're trying to do something similar to this, I can try to help you out. Like I said, it's very easy to install. You just need a toggle switch and, you know, some small wire to run off your battery or whatever you're doing. Like I said, you can tie into your headlights, your park lights, do whatever you want, but I just didn't want to splice into any wires, so I just tried to keep it separate, running on its own thing. Now, you probably could run it off of a cigarette lighter if you wanted to. You wouldn't have to run it to the battery. You could run a cigarette lighter adapter and plug it into your cigarette lighter. So that's about all I have on the Chevy Malibu. But like I said, any questions, just send me a message, or I'll post a picture on Facebook if you want to see a picture of it lit up in the dark. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe, and if you want, go find me on Facebook. I'll put the link in the description. Everyone have a good day.